Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you, or at least showing you and taking you through the journey of me launching my new SaaS company. So if you're interested in how I'm going to launch this and just following the journey, seeing if I succeed or if I fail, let's all hope I succeed, go ahead and subscribe, click the like button, and more importantly, save the link to this playlist. I'm going to call it something like SAAS or something like that. So go ahead and save that link. You can see the playlist, and any future videos that come out will be added to this playlist. So without any further ado, let's get started. What is the app that I'm launching? Well, this is nudge.app to be precise. Also, I'm very sorry about the audio quality. I'm going to try and order a microphone soon. So nudge.app, this is an SMS marketing or automated marketing campaign application for e-commerce stores, primarily for Shopify stores, and it integrates directly with Shopify. So if you have a Shopify store and you're doing over $5,000 per month, you're bringing in new sales and new customers, and you're looking to scale your company, and you're looking to provide more revenue for your company, this is probably the app for you. And the reason for that, and by the way, you can also upload marketing lists, SMS marketing lists as well. So if you don't use Shopify, you can always upload lists. So let's get started. I'll just take you through how it works. Now, about 5 to 10 months ago, I noticed that the marketing agency area and actually e-commerce as well, not many people were offering or using SMS marketing. Those of them who actually were charging through the roof for their services for something which isn't actually too difficult to run. So I thought, well, maybe I could combine the two. The reason people don't use SMS marketing within their company, well, there's three reasons actually. The first reason is it's got a cost to it. So you have to pay per text. There's no way around that. Whoever you use, you'll have to pay for texts. And people inherently don't want to. So even if they're spending, $500 a day, they won't spend $20 on an SMS marketing campaign. Doesn't make any sense, but they won't. The second thing is they don't want to actually run the campaigns themselves. They can't be bothered to write the copy and all of that. And I totally understand that. I was in the same position 5 years ago as well. The third option is if they want someone else to do it for them, they seek an agency, and an agency who wants to do SMS marketing for their clients will charge anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 per month. And they'll even sometimes take 30, 20% revenue share as well, which is a huge amount of money for most of these brands. If you think about it, a gross margin on a lot of these brands is about 50, 60%. If you take 30% of their total revenue, that gross margin is reduced to about 30%, which is huge. So I built this app to basically just wipe out the competition, and I haven't done anything with it. It was broken back in December. I've since fixed it, and I haven't really touched it. So I wanted to use this as an opportunity to launch it. So if you're interested in using this app, you can go ahead, click the link down below, or visit nudge.app, that's nudg.app, and you can go ahead and have a look through the website and book a call with us. So we charge 5 cents per text. It only costs, we usually get them about 9 times return on their money. There's some more information here if you're interested. You can go ahead and have a look. But this is just to give you some idea of what it is that I'm marketing. So let's get started. What is my strategy for this? Well, I'm going to be using LinkedIn. Now, a lot of you are probably going to think about clicking away at this point, but bear with me. I used LinkedIn about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, just before COVID happened. And I used LinkedIn to create or find clients for a real estate marketing agency that I owned. I managed to use LinkedIn and get that agency to about $8,000 per month. And it was doing quite well for a while until obviously COVID happened. Not many people were buying or selling homes. We couldn't perform for our clients, and eventually I shut down the business. That being said, I want to revisit some of those strategies in today's video and also for this app. So what I'm going to be doing is finding where my customers are. Now, I have two customers. One, I either have marketing agencies, those people who run social media marketing agencies, or they're people who have e-commerce stores, so brands, that's drop shippers, that's anybody who has a Shopify store who's got over 1,000, 2,000 customers. It's people who are actually making an income from Shopify or from drop shipping or from e-commerce. And I need to find out where these people are. And I was sitting around thinking about how I could do this, because before, when I used Sales Navigator, which is I'll take you through in a minute, I would literally just search for the keyword real estate, I would download a list and reach out to those people. That worked quite well because a lot of people in real estate are looking to get leads, and it's quite easy to get people on for that. But it was. It's not anymore, but it was. Now, for e-commerce, it's a lot harder. They're very savvy to marketing. These are people who do marketing for a living, so you can't market to them in the usual way. So here's the plan. I'm going to find LinkedIn groups. These groups are full of people who are in e-commerce. These are full of people who are my exact customer. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've requested to join about 10 different LinkedIn groups. And at the moment, I'm still obviously in the request period. But I haven't actually been accepted into any of the groups yet. Once I do, you'll be able to see in the next video how this develops and grows. But I'm going to go into each of these groups. I'm going to look at the people in the groups. I'm going to see how regularly people are posting. That will give me an idea of how many people are actually engaged and using LinkedIn on a regular basis. What I want to do is I want to build an audience of people who are using LinkedIn regularly. They're people who are part of my niche, and I want to be able to reach out to them and get a response from them. So if they're not using LinkedIn, there's no point even reaching out to them. And the best way of doing that is, like I say, through a group which is active. The second thing is, if the group's smaller, that gives me, it's easier to check if people are active. If a higher proportion of them are active, it's just a more close niched group. So for example, we'll take Shopify Women's Network as the example we're going to use for today's video. I'm not actually going to start the outreach. You'll see in the next video that I launch how it starts to go. And I'm going to use Sales Navigator. So if you don't know, Sales Navigator is a paid for tool on LinkedIn. It's built within LinkedIn. It's not an external tool. It's a LinkedIn tool, and it's incredibly powerful. So what you can do, and for any reference, it's £69 per month or £70 per month, something like that. I don't know why that didn't clear. So what you can do, you can come to here and you can click on, where is it? Let's go back. I'll show you how to do it. Maybe I won't. Yeah. So you can come to all filters on Sales Navigator, and then you want to come down to groups, and you can search for any group you want, and you don't even have to be part of that group. So for example, let's search for marketing. Okay. Marketing communication. It will bring up a list of people in that group. And I don't know, there's 1 million results. This is obviously a very big group. So let's use the group that we're talking about, Shopify Women's Network. Now remember, there's about 1.3 thousand people in that group. Here, Sales Navigator has pulled up 1,000 plus results. So about 1,300 people. What I'm going to do is build the list. So select all, 25 people have been selected, and then you scroll through and you click next and you build the group. You keep building the group, and this is obviously going to take a long time, but if you're sitting there, you're doing nothing else, you might as well. This is obviously another reason why I don't want to have a massive list, because it's going to take a long time to build. I'm going to do some research in the meantime, see if there's a way of automating this or making this easier so I can actually build it quicker. The other thing is I may be able to create a search for the group once I'm part of it. And then all I'm going to do is click Save Search, and then I'm going to save that list. So if you come back to saved searches, these are some of the old searches that I've done for LinkedIn, and you can just copy that link. And I'm going to be using a tool called WeConnect, which is we-connect.io. So if you want to use this tool, it's $50 per month, $49 per month, and it's actually pretty powerful. And what you can do is you can create saved lists here, and I'll take you through this at another time. So you can build lists, and basically all you do is you create a list of people that you save into WeConnect. Then you come to the campaign manager, and you can create an automated campaign. So this is a test that I did to try and build a LinkedIn group, build my own audience. And you can see I connected to, or processed 1,700 people, made 40 new connections, and 6 people replied to me, which is pretty awful stats. So what I need to do is develop my strategy to a point where I can be getting better open rates and better response rates. And in theory, having a group of people who are more active on LinkedIn's already going to help that. It could be that only 200, 300 people in this group are actually active on LinkedIn, which is going to reduce my chances of connections a lot more. And I can only connect to 150 people per day on LinkedIn. So it's going to take a while to get through 1,000 people, let's say about 7 or 8 days. So I want to make sure people in the group are as active as possible, which is why we're using this group strategy. The next thing is the messaging that I'm going to send. And this is the process that I'm going to follow. This is not finalized. So if you want to see how it works and what I actually send out, make sure you subscribe and like and turn on notifications actually, and you'll get a notification when I launch the next video, which will take you through the results of this campaign. So we're going to come to just a little Google Doc that I whipped up earlier. And this is an example of what I've built. It's not finalized. I'm going to add to it and I'm going to make it better. But the premise is this. Hi, first name. Great to connect with a fellow e-commerce entrepreneur. How's business? At this point, I'm trying to find mutual common ground. I'm trying to find something that we can both connect on. And also, I'm pre-qualifying. If they're not into e-commerce, then I don't need to talk to them anymore. I'm just not interested in them.
unless obviously they run a marketing agency. The next thing is I say I wanted to cut through the noise on LinkedIn and see if there's a mutual benefit for us connecting, sharing expertise, and working together. At this point, I'm trying to explain to them that I'm not selling them something. I'm not saying give me your money. There's not an offer that I'm trying to sell them. I'm just creating this. This is just a message that I want to get connecting with them and a mutual benefit. If we work together, it's going to help us both out. I can make them more money, and obviously in turn I can make money from them. But I don't want to be too obvious about that. And then I say that I'd love to learn more about you, your work and your interests. And then I give them a bit of an introduction about who I am, and then I would love to hear more about you. So the whole process of this is reach out to them, find some common ground, and then get a conversation started. If I get a conversation started, you build that trust, that mutual respect, and then eventually, hopefully, they will then sign up for Nudge. Now, the next step to this, and obviously I'm going to develop this, I'm going to try and focus a little bit more talking to them about the fact that I run a SaaS company for SMS marketing for e-commerce people, and maybe this is something that you would be interested in, ? Sort of thing. To which I'm hoping I'll get a positive response from most people. If it's polite enough, it should be a positive response. And, they'll be like, yeah, no, this is great. Would love to connect, see what we can do for each other. Tell me more about your app. Something along those lines is what I'm hoping for a response. And obviously the people that do get that response, they will be hit with an automated reply. In fact, anybody who responds will be hit with an automated reply. And this automated reply will be, great to connect. Yeah, no, I'll tell you a little bit more about what I do. This is a short 30-second or 1-minute breakdown of my app and what I do. And that's going to be a Loom video. So it'll just be a Loom link that I send them. And it will obviously be me walking through the app. So it'll be quickly showing them the homepage, quickly showing them the internals of the app, showing them what it does and showing them what it can do for their clients, for their store. And then obviously after that, I want to invite them to go ahead and sign up. So I'll either try and book them onto a sales call, which is not really necessary because I just need them to sign up and add their card details, and then our team takes over the rest. Or what I'll do is I'll just send them a link and I'll say, look, sign up at Nudge. And, what I'll do is I'll put you to the top of the list or make them feel special, prioritize you, and our team will reach out to you through email and we'll connect and get you onto a call. So that's the process that I'm going to be trying. And I'll run you through it once I've done it. We'll see how it performs. And if you're interested in to see how this works out and if this actually does work, go ahead, like and subscribe. I'm going to cut the video here just because it's going to go on forever otherwise. Like and subscribe. I will release a new video very soon. So if you're interested in following this, make sure you turn on notifications as well and come back and view this playlist. And that's probably all about it. It's been a bit of a whip through whistle stop tour, so like I say, I'll go into a lot more detail in the process next time once we've got some data on how things go. Until then, I'll see you next time.